Good to get back to the basics in the 152 though. It really is. It really just helps hone your skills. Oh no. Did we just stall? What was that about? What's up everyone? Happy Tuesday. How are you guys doing? We're back at it in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and today we're going to be doing one of my favorite things to do in simming, and that is just working the pattern. You know, the last few times that I've flown the sim, FS2020, something has felt amiss to me, and I don't know what. I can't put my finger on it. So we're going to go back to the basics and fly the pattern. Let's go ahead and get ready to fly, and we'll see about getting the plane started up and ready to go. All right, we got her up and running. You know, they put a limit, like, for a while the up and down view went away from me, like that key binding got wiped out in one of the updates, and now it's back, but it has a top limit on it. I guess we're like bumping our head on the roof of the plane maybe, but it's kind of back. It's kind of back now. There's things that have been changing. I don't fly this as much now. You know, it's just, you never know what to expect when you get in the sim. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Let's get the taxi lights on, and we'll get our strobes. We'll do nav. It's daytime. I don't think you're technically supposed to, or you don't have to have your nav on during the day, but we'll do it. You know, usual disclaimer, I'm not a real life pilot. I'm not giving instructions on this. This is just my understanding of it, and purely for entertainment purposes, all that good stuff, you know. So we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and we'll hop out of the airplane. We'll taxi down here to the departure. We're at Fort Worth Spinks. That is where we're going to be flying out of. We're just going to take these dudes out with the wing here. Maybe. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, they're all right. They're okay. And we'll slalom the taxiway light here. There we go. That is a huge light. That thing's like half the size of the airplane. All right, we're rolling up to the departure end of the runway. Winds are like 107 at 5 knots or something like that. We're going to stop. We're going to hold short for just a second and take care of a few things. Guys, set the altimeter and all that good stuff. And we are in the 152. This is like the, you know, the main trainer. Like there's no telling how many pilots have got their license in this plane. All right, so we're stopped. Let's set the brakes. Once again, we're at Spinks. Spinks is in the south of Fort Worth. It's a big training. I think they do a lot of flight training and stuff down here. All right, so we're looking at Sky Vector real quick. KFWS Fort Worth Spinks. What does it say in here? It's saying 18017, gusting to what? 21 knots. Wow. Yeah, that's not translating over to Microsoft, at least not what I saw. But altimeter is 293. Let's hop in the plane and get that set real quick. Wow, gusting to 21. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's not like that in sim. I generally try to go with the weather the way it is. So let's set altimeter. Where are you at? There it is. We say 291? 2993, okay. Go up then.
Meacham Tower, generic November, 817 Hotel Foxtrot, 8 miles north, inbound ILS runway 16 approach.
Okay, 16. They're coming in on 16. Alright, runway heading is 16.
Hotel Foxtrot, Meacham Tower. Cleared ILS runway 16 approach. Altimeter 29.905, wind 166 at 25.
Yeah, I don't see that traffic. We're going to go with it. We're most definitely going to go with it. Let's get on out here. All right, so elevation looks like 1,700 feet. So pattern altitude should be 1,700 feet, give or take. And it's going to be right-hand pattern, if I remember correctly, for Spinks. We're not splitting a lot of hairs over this. We're just getting up in the air and having some fun, right? Wow, she really wants to taxi fast. Holy cow. All right, open the throttle, let's get going. That was like super fast taxi, but you know, we'll go with it. She is like really just, it's so touchy on the controls. I think that's maybe the the closest way I can like explain how things have changed for me in the sim is that the controls are just like really super touchy. It's almost like flying a feather, if that makes sense. It's literally like it's like flying a feather. All right, so we'll get up to like 1,200 feet and we'll turn our crosswind. I think it's 500 feet below the pattern altitude. Maybe it was 300, somewhere in there. But like I said, for those of you that know, y'all can always leave me a comment, fill me in. I'm always looking for improving my flying and procedures and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and we'll turn crosswind here. Climbing up to 1,700 feet. It's just so, the planes are so just touchy on the controls. I don't know, like, there has to be something on my end. I don't know what else it could be, right? It's like every little input I make is like really super exaggerated.
Wind 166 at 25.
All right, there we are. We're at pattern altitude. Let's go ahead and level out. We'll throttle back a little bit and turn down wind. All right, let's go to a heading of 357 will be our downwind, I do believe. And we need to stay on at 1,700 feet. We're getting a little bit high here. All right, there's 33. Beautiful downtown Fort Worth in the distance there. Gotta love it, right? 35, that's good enough, somewhere in here. Yeah, it just seems, it seems really, really super touchy on the controls. And I don't know what I can do to fix that, right? I mean, I'm really kind of at a loss at like how this stuff changed. Because I had the plane set up from the get-go as far as like how I wanted it, and you know, I go away from the sim for a while and I get some updates and the things have changed. We'll go with it. We'll see what happens here. All right, we went past the numbers. We weren't really paying attention. Let's go ahead and pull the speed back to 70 knots. Yeah, it does. I guess the closest way to explain what it feels like flying this plane is like a feather. And usually it has felt like it's had a little bit of weight or mass to it, and now it doesn't. Let's go ahead and get some flaps. Now, technically, I think we're supposed to cut carb heat on, but you know what? I don't have that keybound, and I'm not going to bother with it. I never really have. So we're just going to go with it like it is here. And we're going to try to stay about 70 knots. And there's the field. Good deal. Okay, so we see the field's in sight. Open up a little bit more throttle. Let's shallow our descent just a tad here. And we'll go ahead and get another notch flaps. I don't think the wind's translating like it is in real life. It doesn't seem to be. And honestly, it seems pretty calm. Pretty calm. But I absolutely do. You know, the last few times I've flown, I've commented that things just didn't feel right to me, and so I thought, what better way to kind of get used to how things are than to do some pattern work. So that's what we're doing, and if you know me, you know that doing pattern work in sim is like one of my absolute favorite things to do. I could do it for hours. A little bit, we're definitely high here. Alright, let's pull throttle back. We're gonna go full flaps on this. We're gonna go full flaps since we're high. There we go. Alright, let's put some power back in here. Dog legging it just a tad, but that'll be alright. Be okay. Alright, let's get some more power back in. So yeah, I figured this would be a good way to kind of get used to how things feel. And, you know, maybe make some adjustments too. We'll see. I might tab out in a bit or hit escape and look at some of the settings and see if I can change something, because it just plane just feels really super squirrely to me. And I don't remember it being this way. I used to fly the 152 a ton starting out when the sim first came out, and I just don't remember it being this squirrely on me. Like I said, it's like flying a feather, really, as far as like how it reacts to your inputs and things of that nature. Alright, here we go. There we go. Alright, let's get flaps up. Flaps all the way up. There we go. Alright, back up for another round. Gotta love it, right? Alright, we'll climb out, we'll get established on downwind, and then I may tab out or hit escape and go to the settings and see what we can do something. Maybe there's some kind of sensitivity setting or something. We'll climb out at 70 knots. We'll get about 500 below pattern altitude, then we'll make our turn to crosswind.
Generic 7 Hotel Foxtrot, turn next taxiway.
I don't know who they're yelling at, but dude needs to turn the next taxiway, right? I don't know what's up with that. That's not us though. We're 5250 Bravo. All right, let's go ahead and turn to the west here. Our climb going to 1,700 feet.
Generic 7 Hotel Foxtrot, turn next taxiway.
Beautiful day in the Metroplex, though, for sure. This is like coming back home. This is where I first started doing like a lot of flying in the sim, you know, right when it first came out. All right, let's level it out, pull the power back a little bit. I first started doing a lot of my flying right here in the Metroplex. Did a lot of videos, and those were the videos that really kind of took off and started getting me a following, you know. People just really like those for whatever reason. So it's really cool to come back to the Metroplex and enjoy and check it out. Look there, we got American 2886 off in the distance there. All right, that's good enough for 1,700 feet. We're about on the heading that we need. All right, let's hit escape. I'm gonna take a peek here at some things. Alright, we're back. So we found a setting, or I found a setting in the joystick, you know, under joystick. It's had reactivity. I'm honestly not sure what exactly that does. It sounds like something that might help, so I turned it down. I turned it down from 100% down to about 75%. So we'll see. It honestly seems a little better. It may be too much. It may be too much. All right, we went past the perch there a bit. Let's pull the power back, get the plane slowed down to 70 knots, and we'll get our first notch flaps. There we go. All right, drop the nose. We're 70 and. We'll make our turn here on base. Beautiful, beautiful scenery though. The sim seems to be running really well for me here lately, at least in the prop jobs. May have to revisit the A320 again and see what it's doing. I haven't had the greatest performance in the airliners in the 320. It's about the only one I really fly. Get a little more power here. Go ahead and get some more flaps. So we may have to try that. We may have to check it out and see. When I fired the sim up yesterday morning, I should say, I had an update. So I don't know if that maybe changed some things or what, but. It seems to be doing a little better. And to me, like the plane that I've gotten the absolute best performance out of all of them is the 152. It seems like any plane that has a glass cockpit to it, I have more issues with. So this is a good one. We'll dogleg her just a tad. We'll power back. Let's get another notch flaps. A little bit more power back in. I think, if I remember correctly, it's like 1700 RPM is what you need to set it for, maybe. Like I said, I'm not a real life pilot. I don't know. I don't know for sure. This is all information that I've just picked up and read on my own.
Meacham Tower Chronos, 2248 miles north, inbound ILS runway 16 approach.
Chronos 224 Meacham Tower.
That's Meacham Tower that we got. Okay, I was thinking we were tuned to Spinks for some reason, but it's Meacham. I couldn't figure out why they kept saying runway 16, and it was obviously not runway 16. So yeah, the plane seems a little better to me. Like, I wonder if they did something in one of the updates with joystick controls, and that's where things kind of went sideways for me. Because it honestly, it seems better to me. It really does. It seems better. We'll power out. There we go. We're down. Very nice. Okay, a little bit off center line though. Need to get my my cane out to find that center line, right? All right, let's open the throttle back up. And we'll climb out again. And I think on this one, we'll go up to Meacham. We'll overfly downtown, and we'll go up to Meacham and make a full stop. So we did a couple circuits here at Spinks. It feels it feels a little bit better, to me. It's not perfect, but it's definitely an improvement. And we need to pitch the nose down. We won't climb at 70. There we go. That's better. Okay. All right, 500 below. Let's go ahead and turn crosswind. Like I said, it's 3 or 5. I can't remember. Always leave a comment if you do know. And like I said, I'll gladly take any tips. Love flying a 152. It has been a while. It's been a minute since I've flown this plane. It really just has. It's been a minute.
Chronos 224 cleared to land runway 16. Wind 166 at 25.
Cleared to land runway 16 Chronos 224.
The only thing about the 152 is you can't get the exterior shots like the other planes we autopilot. You know, I don't want to. I'm not any good from flying from the outside. That's not going to happen. So we'll have to do what we can. But this is a good experience of light cockpit flying. You know. All right, we're through 2K. Let's go on up to 2500, and then we'll turn back to the north.
Meacham Tower, generic November 553 Romeo Alpha, ready for ISR departure runway 16.
Generic November 553 Romeo Alpha cleared for takeoff runway 16.
They are busy.
Traffic is generic.
They are
on
busy
final.
at Meacham. I don't know why we're tuned to Meacham, but man, they're busy up there. They got a lot of stuff going on. A bit slow. Let's pitch the nose back down. All right, 2,500 feet. Let's go ahead and we'll turn to the north.
16 generic November 553 Romeo Alpha.
We'll power back just a tad here. May have to adjust the trim there just a bit. So Meacham 16 should be a left-hand pattern, so we'll fly up to downtown and then enter the downwind for Meacham, and then fly up that way. I can't figure out like what my trim's wanting to do here. It looks like she's wanting to be slightly nose up. Yeah, okay. Let's trim her down just a tad here. Maybe too much. This does. We'll add power back a little bit more as well here. It still seems just a little bit touchy on the joystick. I may have to after this video do some research, see if anyone else has any suggestions or tips as far as setting up your joystick. It wasn't like this though before. It hasn't always been this way. I see beautiful Lake Arlington over there about 2 o'clock. Sycamore down below. We've definitely done a lot of flying around DFW, that is for sure.
Generic 3 Romeo Alpha contact departure on 13.
It seems like ages ago since those early flights, and once again, thank you everyone that has subscribed, liked, commented, joined us on our live streams, things of that nature. You know, it's always greatly appreciated. I really have enjoyed it. And this is basically where it all began. You know, we've had the channel, it's been around for a while. It's been around since this past, I think maybe the end of May, the middle to end of May, probably more towards the end, that we first started putting our first videos up. Of course, at that time, it wasn't Flight Sim. It was just Amerity and I doing some RimWorld content. Actually, War Thunder, I think, was our very first. You know, just throwing them up and just recording some gameplay and throwing them up. Nothing too serious, you know. And the channel kind of drug along for a while because we got into a lot of RimWorld gameplay, and RimWorld's not it's not really a mainstream kind of game, right? So there's not a lot of people out there looking for RimWorld stuff. So the channel really just kind of drug along, but I was kind of just waiting and buying time for FS2020 to come out. Because I was really wanting to get back into flight simming. You know, I've said many times before, it's been years. Prior to FS2020, it had been since the early 2000s was the last time I did any kind of flight simming. You know, so over a decade. And so I was really looking forward to getting back into FS2020 and giving it a try. And so FS2020 came out, started doing a few videos, and it was like my second video just kind of took off. For whatever reason, you know, got a few views out there, and people started subscribing and finding the channel. And so for that, I'm always very grateful. The things kind of turned out that way.
121.9er.
Beautiful scenery. Get up here. It looks like I can already kind of make out Union Pacific Nay Yard up ahead. I see Meacham Field there. I think that's Meacham. Is that Meacham or is that Navy Fort Worth? No, that's Carswell's over there, so that would be Meacham, where the November 553 Romeo Alpha is doing his thing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's Nay Yard, downtown Fort Worth. Lake Arlington, you see the big power generating station over there at Lake Arlington. I wonder if they got that fixed. Usually when you fly over there around those things, they turn into big trees. That's like one of the weirdest bugs I think I've noticed in the sim is that like large objects turn into trees. Like if you go down to where was it at? Where was I at? Galveston or Corpus Christi? Which one has the USS Texas battleship? There, one of those places has the aircraft carrier is at Corpus Christi, and I think the battleship's over at Houston, right? I think both of them are the same though. If you get to flying around those, they turn into trees, like they have trees growing out of them or something, so it's kind of weird. What is this dude doing? He is taken out of Sphinx there. Yes, he is. He alright. I think we're okay though. He's climbing out pretty good. You know, I forgot something earlier. We should have done this. Taxi light off, landing light on. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference during the day, but we'll cut it on. I can't wait for the new free mod that's coming out that's going to add traffic. From what I've doped out on it, it's somehow going to add traffic 1 for 1. So in other words, if there's 100 airplanes in the area, you're going to have 100 planes. Like, I think currently it kind of culls out a lot of the traffic. Or it doesn't seem like 1 for 1 to me. You know, a plane and sim for every plane that's really out there, but supposedly they've done some things to make it do that, and they're going to have new aircraft models available. So if it's a 777 landing at DFW, you're going to see a 777. If it's a 767, you're going to see a 767. If it's a citation coming into Meacham, you're going to see a citation. So it's all supposed to be accurate with what's out there. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully the increase in traffic won't have an effect on performance. All right, here we are, beautiful, beautiful downtown Fort Worth. Was born in Fort Worth many, many years ago. In fact, the hospital I was born at has been torn down. But that's where I'm from. You see the old Texas and Pacific Railroad Depot down there below. The old Santa Fe Yard just coming before the support for the wing. And the old, that was Missouri, Kansas, Texas Yard prior to that. Alright, so we're going to fly out just a bit and we'll come in on the downwind on a 45. I think that's what we're supposed to do. You can see a few rail yards down there. You see the old Purina, or I guess it's still Purina plant going just under the support as well there. Really cool stuff. Man, I absolutely love flying down here. I need to do this more often. Maybe we'll live stream it sometime. If you guys like to see a live stream flying around, just VFR putting around the Metroplex, leave me a comment. We'll do that. We'll just we'll get in a plane and we'll just fly around and look at stuff. Maybe maybe some of you that actually currently live down here can hop in and tell us places to go and things to check out, that sort of stuff. One of those lines down there, you see the 3 railroad bridges over the Trinity River there. One of those is going to be old Fort Worth and Denver too. You know, the dynamics of the rail industry into Fort Worth's changed immensely. You know, you used to have the BN, you used to have the Santa Fe, the Southern Pacific, Missouri, Kansas, Texas, Missouri Pacific. I mean, you had a ton of different rail lines, different railroad companies coming in, and it's all merged down to what, 2 now? Alright, let's hit our 45 into, and I can't remember field elevation for Meacham. What is Meacham? It is going to be, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Come on. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's that? 710, so 1,700 feet for Meacham as well. Alright, let's pull the power back. We'll start our descent, we'll come in on the downwind here. Get down to 17 in time. I kind of waited a little bit late here. I was thinking Meacham was 600 feet elevation, but it's actually, it says 700. Alright, we should be okay. We're coming up on 18 now, so we'll be fine. Got November 608 Alpha Bravo out there taxiing around in CNS 224. I don't know who that is. They're going to UVA. Is that Uvalde? I don't know. Maybe that's Uvalde. I don't know. It might not. I don't even know who would be flying down to Uvalde, but it could be. Could be. All right, let's open the throttle some more, and we'll turn our downwind here. Getting a little bit. Yeah, we're getting way low. We need to taking out the scenery too much. We've been blown through our pattern altitude. Come back up just a hair more. Come on. We might do a circuit or two here, and then we'll call it a day. Look there, beautiful grain elevators there at Saginaw, in the big rail yard too. I think was that? I think that was the in North Yard, right? Maybe not. That may have been the Santa Fe. I think that's the Santa Fe. That was the old Santa Fe yard. I think North Yard's over to the east just a tad, as they cross each other up there at they cross each other at Saginaw there. I think we're just a little bit tight on that downwind as well. Maybe about halfway down the support there. All right, we're beaming the numbers. Let's pull the power back. Start losing the speed here. Alright, go ahead and get some flaps. Grab some flappage. We're getting into the clouds here. Nice. The weather up here in Fort Worth. Alright, we're on 70 knots. Go ahead and turn base here. Get our power back up just a tad too. Get some more flaps. Looks like empty well cars down there in the rail yard. That's pretty cool. Cool stuff there. Need to keybind. Oh yeah, we're way in tight on this. Let's get back. Get some more flaps here. We just goofed this one completely, so of course we gotta do at least one more. We're not too far off, and that's not too terribly bad. A little bit high though. Are we getting any flaps at all? Because it doesn't look like we're getting any flaps here. No, we're not. There we go. That's the thing it sucks about if I go to Sky Vector. If I tab out and look at Sky Vector, oh man, we're all over the place on this. And I don't click back on the screen for the sim, then of course none of my control inputs other than my joystick work, so. We're alright now, we're better here. Good to get back to the basics in a 152 though. It really is. It really just helps hone your skills. Oh no. Did we just stall? What was that about? Seriously, did we just, what in the hell was that mess about? Did we stall? Wow. That is crazy. What just happened? Like, I didn't even hear a stall horn. I mean, I know we were getting a little bit slow, but I added the power in and we just like nosed over. Look at there. They got rainbows in the sim. I did not know that. When? And it's a double rainbow too. Oh my God, what does it mean? It's a double rainbow. What does it mean? What does it mean? Double rainbow. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Let's get back in the plane. We're back at Meacham. I have no clue what happened on that final. Like, we just literally just fell out of the sky and I never got a stall horn or anything, so. We're gonna give it a try. And the first time we flew up here, there was no rain, and now there is rain, so who knows? I don't know what's up with that. Let's go with it though. Knock the brakes off and go here. Like, the weather's completely different than when we flew up here, right? Like, it is completely different. We're in a rain shower in Fort Worth. It's not even raining in Fort Worth right now. Like, must be some of the predictive weather model, right? Because I don't know. That just goes to show. Sometimes Spur crashes too. I'm telling you. I have no clue like what that was all about. Like, we were doing good. I noticed the plane was getting a little bit slow, right? And the next thing I know, we're like dropping out of the sky like a rock. This just goes to prove we had that mishap and we came right back into the sim, and you see the weather is completely different from what we originally saw when we came up here. Now let's go ahead and turn our crosswind here. Alright, there we go. We'll keep climbing up to 1,700 feet. And we'll turn downwind in just a second here. Alright, there we go. Let's turn downwind. We'll pull power back. There's that rainbow. Look at there. Beautiful. That is super cool. I did not know. I did not know we had rainbows in Sim. Like, that is completely new to me, but there it is. This is like borderline VFR here. Like, you know, yeah, it really just is. It's double rainbow too. What does it mean? What does it mean? Oh, if you haven't seen that video, you need to check it out sometime. What does it mean, double rainbow? Alright, we're abeam the numbers, pull power back. I get some screenshots of these rainbows. That just completely blows me away. Like, I totally was not expecting that. Alright, come on, let's get the power on back. Get that 70 knots, what we need. Air flaps, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and start our descent here. Turned in just a little bit here. November 269 Mike Lima, looks like he's coming in as well, right? We're just gonna cut right in front of him there. Alright, let's watch our speed. I guess I wasn't watching. I really don't know what happened that last landing. I really just don't. We were fine until we weren't fine. Like, things went haywire. And I can't. Okay, there's lead-in lights, so we're good there. All right. A little bit slower than I'd like to be. I like to try to come in, like, do 70 knots. There we go. All right. All right, let's see if we can redeem ourselves and do a little better here, because a little bit high. The wind has changed as well since I reloaded. You know, we respawned the plane. The winds have changed a tad. All right, since we're high, let's go full flaps. Man, that was the longest short final ever. It really just was. It came in a little slow there. There we go. We're down. All right, let's full throttle. Laps up. All right, right back up. There we go. That's much better. Much better. Happy with that. All right, let's keep climbing out. We'll do one more. We'll check the beautiful double rainbow out, and then we'll call it a day up here at Meacham. Another area. They do a lot of flight training up here, supposedly. All right, let's turn that crosswind. Speed here. Turned in a little bit too much there. Yeah, there's a rainbow. There she is. Very nice. That is a cool effect. Now I'll be the first to tell you, I haven't flown a whole hell of a lot in the rain. I just haven't. But that is really cool. Alright, there we are, pattern altitude. Throttle back. Let's turn downwind here. And she's still wanting to climb on me here. There we go, a little bit better. Yeah, we may live stream some pattern work in DFW. I don't know, I got a live stream coming up tomorrow. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I haven't live streamed a lot of FS2020 because it just has been so buggy, and you just never know like what the sim is going to do, right? You just, oh, that's not a bad downwind. Not bad. You just never know what it's going to do. I mean, you know, I run into bugs like for the very first time in a live stream, and I hate that. I absolutely hate running into new bugs in a live stream. So but I think the 152 and the 172, they're stable enough that we could get away with live streaming them, I think. All right, we're beaming the numbers, pull the power back. Oh yeah, we might live stream DFW at some point, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. A lot of it depends on what the weather's gonna be like and stuff like that too. Oh, pull power on back. Get some flappage. There we go. Are we, alright, now one thing I keep forgetting is 45 off the end of the runway. That looks good. I haven't done that in any of my touch and goes, and that is, something like I completely forgot. So 45 off the end of the runway. We'll turn our base here. There's the Saginaw Grain Elevators, a beautiful landmark for your pattern work, right? Oh, pull that power way on back. A little bit fast. All right, let's get the more flaps out. There we go. That's a little better. It's starting to get a little bit fast. To me, it's like really super hard to set your power and just leave it in your pattern. You know, when you're turning base and turning on final. To me, it's really super hard. I like using the throttle, and I think some instructors tell you not to, like set it for 1700 RPM or whatever it is for the 152, and go with that, right? Like you don't touch it anymore. You don't use your power. You know, as far as that. And I've seen some pilots say, yeah, do use your power. So I honestly don't know. I guess I do a mixture of both, you know. All right, let's go ahead and go full flaps. There we go. A little bit high, we'll be all right. All All right, this is going to do it, everyone. Ladies and gents, this is going to be our full stop. So we're going to make our arrival into Meacham. A little bit more power back in here. I think the winds here are more accurate than when we departed Spinks, for sure. I think they're pretty stout. You can see they're gusting. There we go, we're down. All right, I made it up. I made up for that other fiasco. I don't know what was up with that, but we're okay. We're good. We're all fine here now. How are you guys? All right, everyone, that's going to do it. Let's clear the, actually, let's get our flaps up. Get outside of the plane. A beautiful little 152. 152 just doesn't get enough love. And I get it. She doesn't have an autopilot. Wow, all the traffic on the taxiway. Look at that. It's crazy. She doesn't get the love, but it is a fun little plane to fly. Especially when you're doing, like I said, when you're just doing basic flight training. This is a plane to take out and do it in. For real. All right, everyone, we're not going to worry about parking it. We're going to end it here on the taxiway. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell. All that stuff's greatly, greatly appreciated. And we'll catch you in the air next time. Peace.